Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that gets a ton of questions. Dumbbell of exercises. You see them all over social media, people grabbing heavy weights, twisting, crunching, and promising it's the secret to a chiseled six-pack. But what if I told you that for 99% of people, these exercises are not just ineffective, but they might actually be holding you back? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into why your dumbbell of routine in giving you the results you want and what you should be doing instead. First, let's get a huge misconception out of the way. You cannot spot reduce fat. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Doing a million crunches, weighted or not, will not magically melt the layer of fat covering your abdominal muscles. A visible six-pack is primarily a result of having a low body fat percentage. Your ABS could be as strong as steel, but if they're hidden under a layer of subcutaneous fat, you simply won't see them. This is a fundamental principle of body composition. So, if your main goal is seeing your ABS, the single most important factor is your diet and overall calorie balance. You need to be in a slight calorie deficit to encourage your body to use stored fat for energy. No dumbbell exercise can replace a solid nutrition plan. Now, let's talk about the exercises themselves. The most common ones you'll see are things like dumbbell side bends, weighted crunches, and Russian twists with a dumbbell. The idea behind adding weight is progressive overload, which is a key principle for muscle growth. And yes, your ABS are muscles. So, in theory, this makes sense. But here's where it goes wrong for most people. Let's start with dumbbell side bends. People do these thinking they're targeting their obliques, trying to trim their waistline. The problem is, building bigger, stronger oblique muscles can actually make your waist appear wider or blockier. You're building the muscle underneath the fat, which can push the fat out and give the illusion of a thicker midsection. This is the exact opposite of what most people want when they trying to achieve that V-taper look. Instead of isolating the obliques with heavy weight, you're better off focusing on compound movements that engage your entire core, which we'll get to later. Next up, weighted crunches. The main issue here is a limited range of motion and a high risk of poor form. Many people end up pulling with their neck or using their arms to lift the weight, rather than truly engaging their rectus abdominis. This not only makes the exercise less effective, but also puts you at risk for neck and back strain. The rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle, is designed for spinal flexion, but it's a relatively small muscle group. Piling on heavy weight with poor form is a recipe for disaster. You can get a much better, safer, and more effective workout using just your body weight and focusing on quality contractions. And finally, the classic dumbbell Russian twist. This is probably one of the most butchered exercises in the gym. The goal is to rotate your torso, engaging the obliques. But watch most people do it, they just swinging a dumbbell from side to side with their arms, while their torso barely moves. Their hips are rocking, their spine is in a compromised position, and they're generating momentum, not muscle tension. This is not only useless for your ABS, but can also put a dangerous shearing force on your lumbar spine. There are far superior rotational exercises that are safer and more effective at building a strong, functional core. So, if these popular dumbbell exercises are a waste of time, what should you be doing? Let's break down the real strategy for building a great set of ABS. It's a two-part approach, revealing your ABS and building your ABS. Part 1, as we mentioned, is revealing them through nutrition. Focus on a sustainable calorie deficit. You don't need to starve yourself. A small deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day, a great starting point. Prioritize whole foods, lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and tons of vegetables. Protein is especially important as it helps you stay full and preserves muscle mass while you're losing fat. Drink plenty of water and get enough sleep. Stress management is also key, as high cortisol levels can lead to fat storage, particularly around the midsection. This part is non-negotiable. It's 80% of the battle. Now for part 2, building your abs the smart way. Instead of isolated, heavy dumbbell movements, I want you to think about your core as a whole unit, designed for stability. Your core's main job is to protect your spine and transfer force through your body. The best way to train it is with exercises that challenge this stability. My top recommendations. First, the plank and its variations. The basic plank is fantastic for building endurance in your entire core. Once you can hold a perfect plank for 60 seconds, don't just hold it for longer. Progress to more challenging variations. Try a plank with an arm or leg lift, or move to side planks to really fire up your obliques in a stabilizing roll, which won't make your waist thick. Second, hanging leg raises. These are the king of lower of exercises. When you hang from a bar and raise your legs, you're forcing your rectus abdominis to work against gravity through a full range of motion. Start with knee tucks if you can't do full leg raises. The key is to avoid swinging and use pure core strength to lift. This is infinitely more effective than any weighted crunch. Third, for rotational strength, ditch the dumbbell swings and try something like a pallet press. You can do this with a cable machine or a resistance band. You stand sideways to the anchor point and press the handle or band straight out from your chest, resisting the rotational pull. This trains your obliques to do what they redesigned for, preventing rotation and stabilizing your spine. It's a game changer for functional core strength. Another excellent choice is the off-wheel rollout. This exercise challenges your abs through a huge range of motion, forcing them to work eccentrically to prevent your back from arching. It's an advanced movement, so start on your knees and only go out as far as you can with perfect form. Notice a pattern here. The best of exercises don't necessarily involve holding a heavy dumbbell. They involve using your own body weight or resistance bands to challenge your core's stability and strength through a full, controlled range of motion. Compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, and overhead presses are also incredible for your core. You can't lift heavy weight in these movements without a braced, rock-solid midsection. They are your secret weapon for building a strong core without ever doing a single dedicated of exercise. So, to sum it all up, if you want a visible six-pack, stop wasting your time with ineffective and risky dumbbell of exercises like side bends and Russian twists. Instead, focus 80% of your effort on your nutrition to lower your body fat percentage. For the other 20%, build a strong, functional core with exercises that promote stability and control, like planks, hanging leg raises, pallet presses, and off-wheel rollouts. And don't forget that your heavy compound lifts are already doing a ton of work for your core. This smarter approach will not only help you get closer to the aesthetic goal you want, but will also build a genuinely strong, resilient core that supports all of your other lifts and protects you from injury. It's about training smart, not just training hard. I hope this clears things up and gives you a new perspective on off-training. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense fitness advice. Drop a comment below and let me know what your go-to exercises are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.